Yes, people. Welcome to Never a Foul. If you ain't been there before, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. You know, if I ask for the like button early, even though you probably skipped this onto your favorite part, which has been segmented by whatever the topic it is, just make sure you smash the like button. Don't need to ask later. All the better. But yeah, man, we've got some Arsenal news, got some Liverpool news, Man United, obviously, these days. And then, of course, Chelsea. Declan Rice apparently up to no good. allegedly up to no good. But yeah, man, what you man saying?
All good, man. Getting that one step closer to being able to watch my club kick ball again. You know, we got Bournemouth on Thursday. Can't wait. And then we're going to be smoking them big Manchester United and Liverpool packs in America as well. So yep, I'm ready. We're slowly getting back to proper football. So brilliant to see, man. Brilliant to see.
You ain't spoken on no Pat G, but what's it called? What are you saying, Jay?
All good, man. All good. So like ready for the season. You know, yeah, looking forward to. I think we got a Bayern Munich friendly coming up in a week. So yeah, hoping that we sign some damn players. Well, some more players because we have bought a couple. So
there's some allegedly going out as well in Richarlison.
Yeah, no, we're all here for the Jed Spence remontada. So you know, pull up a chair. You know, look forward to it. We got that Nottingham Forest 2022-23 right wing again. So yeah, we'll see how that works out for us.
Remontada. What's happening? What, Jed Spence getting a chance?
He's getting a chance. Yeah, he played a couple of games in preseason. He's played a couple of games in preseason. He's gone on tour. We left Reguilon and Gil back home. Spence is gone, so he's being given an opportunity. And obviously, the interesting fact for me was that obviously they played together. Spence and Johnson played together at Nottingham Forest, but when Spurs back signed Johnson, Spence had already left. So this is the first time that both of them have been at the club at the same time since we signed them. So I don't know whether that's working out.
So a proper mid right-hand side, basically.
Well, you say mid, I say
mid.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. You saying Mike's, man? You must be.
I'm just saving. I'm saving my energy for 12:30 a.m. where I can illegally stream my team play against Celtic, bro.
Who's playing Celtic?
Chelsea? Man City. Yeah,
that's what I'm waiting for. Still, you get me? Like, fam, I don't know what to expect. Pep's always, you know, the most unpredictable.
You're not doing big damsel in distress gimmick in 2024 when you've won 5 out of the last. I'm not sure what my team's going to look like this season. Come on, man.
I don't know what to expect, bro. I might get Xavi on the wings, bro.
You expect to win, man. Come on, man. You can't run that narrative round us. Someone must have started.
Yeah. I don't know what that. I swear they still got a Japanese tinge in Celtic, bro. I don't know what they'll bring for me still. So I'm next up. What's it? Samurai Schnitt, bro. I don't know what they're gonna bring for me, so I'm looking forward to it, bro. 12:30.
You got a lot of youngsters going on. You got a lot of youngsters, isn't it? Going on tour, I think.
See what I'm saying? More time I ain't even checked the squad yet, but I'll check it soon.
Yeah, we saying VD. You know, it's a nice time at the club, isn't it?
Huh?
Nice time for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's getting a bit rocky. Nothing's ever simple at Chelsea. Nothing's ever been simple at Chelsea. 2 days until we play. I can't wait for the season to start, man. I can't.
Best squad in the league, bro. So best squad in the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait because I'm so certain we're gonna finish bed. I'm willing to even make a bet with you, Monts. I don't know what the bet. Someone can suggest it.
£100.
Yeah, come £100. Chelsea.
I'd say 150. I'd say 150. It's got a bit more risk to it than £100. Feels a bit more when you lose it or when you win it. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, we got a bet live.
I'm not a millionaire like you.
I don't even know what the bet is yet. Sorry. So sorry, bro. What's the bet?
I think the easy. I got an easy one. Something that don't involve money or anything like that.
No.
No.
I
think no. I can't suggest that personally, but I reckon someone should be coming on stream. Either Monts has a Chelsea shirt on, or VD has a Liverpool shirt on, and I think that's fair enough.
I'd rather just have my money at risk.
It's like,
£100.
So you're not confident then?
I'm confident in my wallet.
What is
the thing is as well?
What's the bet first before I start saying?
Oh, it's literally just 2 finishes above each other.
Oh, you got that much? Chelsea, you've got that. What? It's like, are you confident that Chelsea are good, or are you thinking that Slot's mid, or is it a bit of both?
Both, a bit of both.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we're the be all and end all. I just think we'll be better than Liverpool. Been giving it the big one. Been saying
what
Chelsea's
so can I just ask,
and stuff.
what are you basing this logic on? Like, just I'm not saying that you're wrong. But I'm just curious. Show me the working.
Squad
Show
is
me your working.
squad is one of man said what a fucking PEE paragraph. We got
Oh wow.
We got I think we got one of the best squads in the league. I'd say third best squad in the leaague. Our depth is crazy. Our depth is crazy. We like compare the right backs, the centre backs, we got good backup for centre backs. You know, the midfield, we got good depth there. Wingers, we got good depth. I think the only thing, and I it's like a broken record. The thing that Chelsea were missing last season was structure. And we're getting a manager that's all about structure. So now that we have that, I think we're really going to start seeing a big progression. Plus, like last year, remember, this is the first time that all of these players are playing together. We're now going into another season. They've got more chemistry. Again, they've got structure. They got all of this going on. I reckon it's going to be a big structure.
Let me push back. Let me play devil's advocate here a little bit. Just
no, we want to know the bet.
You know, yeah. So I think he thinks Chelsea are going to finish above Liverpool.
Yeah, I know that's it, but I want to know what the consequences are.
£100.
I'm not slap 100 quid.
No.
£100.
I will kill to see Monts in a Chelsea shirt at the end of the season.
Throw the shirts on top. Throw the shirts on top of the
I say we put it to a vote.
Yeah. I'm here for the tops thing, innit? Like, I hear the money thing, but I'm here.
You know, the thing is, I've always sworn I will never ever wear another club shirt. I've sworn I will never ever.
How about this? I'll transfer you the money on stream.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Put your notification on loud so that people hear it come through as well. If same way the other way around, my phone will be on loud. I want to hear that when the money comes through.
Okay. So just to follow up on this, by the way. So let me understand this, because I like to think I'm a pretty logical person, despite what some of the commentators might say. But okay, so I'm looking at it like this. So last season, you had X number of injuries, right? So this season, let's say the injuries improve. You are implementing a new style of play from scratch, okay? So some of the players that benefited last season from being able to move around and not have positional restrictions will now be positionally restricted by a new manager. So I'm assuming that could go either way, hopefully positive. Lots of young people in the squad. How good are they at taking instruction? When Chelsea screened and got these players in, did they get their intelligence? I know Caicedo's done it, yada, yada. Okay, so looking at the squad and players that you've brought in, so you're basically expecting the squad you already had to be much better than it showed last season, essentially. That's the core of this. Because when I look at your transfers this summer, it doesn't move me. So basically, what we're basically saying is that the team that finished sixth, that was actually a false image. And really, you were the third best team, but you underperformed. Am I right in thinking that's the base of the logic here?
There was the thing that was brought up on stream the other day by Chess, and it was in 2024, Chelsea accumulated the fourth most points in the entire league. I mean, I know it don't mean anything. I know you've got to use the start of the season as well, but it showed progression. And towards the end of the season, when we actually implemented a structure, because Enzo got injured and Pochettino, he was like, do you know what? We're going to invert Gyokeres. We're going to use the 3-2-5 system, that everybody likes to use. As soon as we implemented it, we started winning games. We didn't lose. We didn't lose a single game.
Just out of curiosity, can I use the 2024 thing? Because I'm pretty sure Arsenal were first in 2024. So does that mean I can?
Yeah,
use
I mean,
it?
then you'd have right precedent to say like you think that you're gonna do even better because
Okay.
I mean, it's showing
Stop
progression.
using vocabulary that's above your pay grade, G.
That's
Right.
not fair, bro. I don't agree with that. By the way, I think it's ludicrous, that idea of finishing a certain place in the second half of the season. I think it's a waste of time. Don't even bank on that, bro.
Yeah, so
Certain
do I.
teams might have had
So do
different
I.
fitness.
I just want to
Certain
know.
teams might have had injury problems. There's a lot of factors that go into that. That's why I
But
think it's a whole lot of
Chelsea
nonsense,
also were
bro.
ridiculed with injuries. And Nkunku was out the whole season. Reece James was out the whole season. Lavia was out the whole season. Like Enzo was playing with a hernia.
Fofana was
He
out the
had
season.
literally, Enzo had injections before every single game.
Paddy
stop
Ashile
the
was
pain
out
with
half the season.
Yeah, literally everyone was gone. And if you like the two biggest positions that I thought was our weakness, obviously you can say Nicholas Jackson, right? But I don't think he was that bad. Is the left wing and
he's
the
a baller.
goalkeeper. And we're going into the market. There's now links of Chelsea are going in for a goalkeeper, someone that can actually play the ball, make the big saves, and even someone in the chat, Fofana. I know people on the panel don't like Fofana. I rate this guy.
We like the idea of Fofana. Just we don't know the reality.
I
of
understand
Fofana.
because we haven't seen enough, right? Because of the injury, but I think when he's
that
playing
the
at his
centre
best,
back?
oh my, yeah. When he's playing at his best, he is absolutely fantastic. I think he's brilliant. I think he's going to add another dimension to this team as well. If we can stay fit, and the issue last season, Pochettino, the players that even come out and said it, like it was all running.
Hold on.
Jay,
No more injuries like that.
Let me jump on that. Please, one thing. Yeah, this is why for me you can't run the 2024 thing because the manager that made that happen is no longer with. He's gone.
Do you know? I get that, but the thing that Pochettino implemented at the end of the season is what Maresca's going to continue. He's going to continue it in a better fashion. It's similar again. All these top managers use the 3-2-5 system. Yeah, Maresca's no different. He is now implementing it from game one. Everything's tactical. He's teaching the players how to play football. He's not telling them to run. He's not telling you got to run around and chase the ball and do all of this and that and just figure things out on your own. He's actually teaching these players now. And that's what we've needed. Remember, this is a young squad. You got to teach these players how to play.
By the way,
Monts,
I don't know if that stat was your mic's muted, by the way, Monts. Or no, actually, it's just not even working at this point. But I'm looking at 2024 thing. I don't think you won the most points in 2024.
No, we finished at 4. Oh.
But where does someone get that table quickly? Because I like fact checking.
Yeah. No? Who knows where to find that, bro? Come on, man. Who made that? You might find it on Twitter,
no, it's there. There's the annual table, isn't it?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm right. Man City's first, Arsenal second. Man City collected the most points by 2 points, which was the 2 points they won by in the end. Man United was 6th, Chelsea 4th, Newcastle 5th, Liverpool 3rd.
No, I'm saying how high was Maresca on your list?
He wasn't high. He wasn't
even on your list, was he?
I wasn't. I mean, my list was Nagelsmann. It was Nagelsmann, and everybody else after that was kind of like.
Hey, brother, you have got a logo for about 5 different managers before Maresca was in there.
Oh yeah, that was the
Nagelsmann.
You know when I ask questions, usually I already know the answer. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna
he
lie.
wasn't on your list, was he?
He wasn't the top one, but I trust. Like Joe Shields hasn't got anything wrong since coming in. I trust him.
That's not why I asked.
Can I answer your question? No, he wasn't on my list. No, but
can I get a job? Anyway. Can I get a job like Joe Shields? Because to me, I look at Joe Shields and he has the best job in the world. Because whenever I hear anything good come out of Chelsea, it's Joe Shields. It's Joe Shields. It's Joe. Whenever I hear anything bad come out of Chelsea, it's Win Stanley, the bastard. He's out here messing up everything. This guy has the best PR I've ever seen. He can't do no wrong. This guy shits sunshine and lollipops. I swear to God. Like Joe Shields, this guy, yeah. Guys in the comments, get yourself some Joe Shields PR in 2024. It'll change your life. Sorry about that, bro. Back to you.
Sounds like some soul.
He worked on the City group, right? He was literally at the City assistant manager, so he worked with Palmer and Lavia. There was actually one clip where Lavia played a a gorgeous through or like over the top through ball to Palmer. Palmer slots it away. So he knows the players. One thing that I really liked that was briefed is that Maresca, like, he watched every single Chelsea game in the season, and he watched it like twice over. It's why we thought he went missing for a week. We thought he died after the Man United game. We thought after that game, we thought he passed away or something. But I don't know. I can never go into a season not expecting us to do well. Maybe it's like delusional, or maybe it's just blind faith. But even when we had, Graham Potter, I was like, you know what? I have faith that this guy's going to do something. And, even when Pochettino came in, I thought, you know what? Give it a chance to see if he's going to do something. They haven't worked, but, I don't know. Now we have like a proper structure. The squad's slimmed down. We've got a better squad than we did. We've got a more mature squad than we did. I feel like things are going to work in our favor. I feel like we're going to be a lot of people's dark horses. I think everybody still has, especially Monts, still has the image of Chelsea from 2 years ago. From 2 years ago when we finished 12th and everything was a shit show. We had Kula, but we genuinely look at that squad. No one's back. No one's there. We had like Rhys James.
No. I have the image of last season. I watched enough last season for me to go, well, anything positive, the guy who brought the positive stuff out ain't here anymore. What I saw in the first half of the season wasn't good enough anyway. So either way,
what about the second half though?
The manager's not here. The guy who implemented is not there anymore. He's not here.
But it's going to be a continuation of that same system.
Listen, this is called the art of picking and choosing. Pick and choose FC. That's what these guys are. So when Poch is shit and he's crap and we want him out, and he's the reason why these players aren't performing, because they've got the third best squad in the league, and that's where Chelsea should be if there's any structure in place. That's the narrative. Now, when Chelsea from 2024 are the fourth best team in the league statistically, and things start to work, things begin to click, structure begins to flow throughout the team, they start to put together some decent winning runs, everything starts to look a bit more structured. Poch still gets sacked, but because it's all the players. Now people don't want to give Poch any credit.
No, we gave Poch credit at the start.
Now that Maresca's here, that's just going to continue. Like football is 1 + 1 = 2 all the time.
I watched every single Chelsea game as I do. You can tell when it's the players and when it is the manager. Cole Palmer genuinely bailed us out during that shit run that we had in the middle of the season or at the start of the season. You could tell it was players. It was Raheem Sterling, then it was Nicholas Jackson, then it was Cole Palmer for a large period of time. These players were bailing him out. Towards the end of the season, when he actually started to implement something a bit different, most of Chelsea fans were saying, okay, fair enough, Poch, we finally got the Poch that we were seeing in pre-season. And do you know the thing is, you're saying that the manager ain't here anymore. Well, Klopp ain't there anymore. But you're still saying Slot's a good fix. You're still saying Slot is a good fit because his system is similar to Klopp's. So it's essentially a continuation. Well, Maresca, yeah, you did. You said it's the same system, but a bit slower and a bit more.
Yeah, but that doesn't translate to Liverpool being the same. I said there's inevitably going to be a drop-off. Inevitably. Slot is not Jurgen Klopp.
You're in with me, G, for next year. We'll see.
He is not Jurgen Klopp, bro.
Even so,
and on top of that, yes,
drinking those rival tears, my G.
Remember, Maresca's football might be good. Guys, Maresca's football might be good. It might be better than Poch's, but Company played good football and he got fucking relegated. Now, as I said,
but the quality is a lot different though.
Yeah, people believe but again, that's where I disagree with Chelsea fans in saying I don't believe their squad is the third best squad in the league. I don't. Yes, the players bailed out. The players did bail out Poch because he was shit in the first half of the season. But Poch also managed to finally implement a style and implement some sort of structure which allowed them to make their season look somewhat half respectable.
In the last 5 games, he implemented it.
Zero credit. He's getting all games. Hold on. Poch is getting all of the slander for the first half of the season, and he's getting barely any credit for the second half of the season. And that's the delusion that allows you lot to think you're going to do something next year because you're not.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying. The last 5 or 6 games is when he actually implemented something. Leading up to that, it was all the players. All of it was the players. They all bailed him out. we give him
How
credit
do you know
when
that?
credit. You can tell, man. You can tell when there's a difference when it's the players playing well versus when it's the system. The system was shocking. Like Caicedo, literally on his own. There are so many screenshots. It's like 1v6 in the midfield. What is he supposed to do? So then we get overrun. We can see shitty goals because Poch is not trying to help him. He's not inviting no one. He's not telling Enzo to stay back.
Yeah,
He's
last
not-
this game he started inverting Cucurella, innit? And
Yeah,
all
he
that.
started as soon as he inverted Cucurella and gave Caicedo support. We started winning. And now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, okay, now
but
you've done something to give Caicedo support.
I don't
to give this-
understand how. I'll give Chelsea some slack as well at the same time, but I think I'm in belief that they got a better coach than Poch, just from a tactical aspect, and I think they got an abundance of great players, right? And then when you want to flick it around back to the Liverpool, because it's the whole Chelsea Liverpool situation, right? Who's got the better squad, yada yada yada. I do believe in 2024 is the difference in 5 points. They made a couple signings. You made fuck all at the moment. I mean, and Klopp is you can call him a legend and all that kind of stuff, yada yada yada. Really and truly, it should balance itself out more time than less if we're basing it off theory, not reality. Do you get what I mean?
I'm talking about reality because I've seen what these men have done in it. I'm seeing what these
Yeah,
men
but it's got again. It's like it has to click at some point. Do you know what I mean? Like even if it's for one season,
it's crazy what actual tactical change can do. I know this is not of the same level because, in my opinion, Tuchel's one of the best managers in the world. Right?
Poch was never a good tactical manager.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. When we went from Lampard, I know Lampard's a very low class thing, but the idea that they had was the same, right? When we had Lampard, the midfield, there was one person in midfield. There was one person, everybody else was scattered everywhere. There was no midfield help at all. As soon as Tuchel came in and there was support in the midfield, we won things. As soon as it came in. The difference in like actually implementing something tactical was massive. Massive, especially for our club. And it's the same situation again. We went from someone that's not doing it at all to someone that's going to do it from day one. He's already doing it. We've not even played a game. It's massive. And I feel really, really, really underrating this. I feel like we're really underrating this.
Well,
how can we underrate you when you got 104 points in the last 2 seasons?
Is that
you're going
small
off of last seasons? Listen, we're going into
combined.
Okay, cool. First of all, yeah, the Potter season. Come on, that was our worst season in God knows how long. Would you have said that?
It still happened.
When Klopp came in those first 2 seasons, yeah, and you lot were playing absolutely shocking. Where did you lot finish? Like 7th or something?
But hold on. I have to keep repeating myself. When Klopp came in, I was not screaming to any football fan that Liverpool had the third best.
That's cool. That's cool. But would you have thought, yeah, but with those first like 2 seasons, yeah, where things weren't really the best, would you have thought that given in a year or two's time from say like that second season that was bad, would you have said in a year or two's time that you would be challenging, getting how many points did you got? You got 100 points and still didn't win the league. Would you have ever predicted that?
We took 3.5 seasons to challenge, bro.
V, now I get your point fully. My only point that I would push back on a tiny bit is that out of all the managers that you've had over the last 2 years plus, the most like Maresca is actually Potter. He's the most like Maresca in terms of stylistically, in terms of how you build and how you play. So the form and how you performed under Potter with a number of this squad, not all of this squad, you've obviously, probably about half. You probably got like half the squad.
I think we got even less than that. I think we literally got Reece James and Fofana. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. So
bring up that comment, Cass, as well. By the way,
what I'm saying is that like obviously we need to like implementing a dominant possession style of play is difficult, because obviously on the 2 sides it's like you've got the fans have to accept that it's like more patient, like and think that the players are going to make mistakes. They're going to give the ball away in stupid areas. You're going to concede stupid goals. I'm not saying that Chelsea aren't capable of doing a lot this season. I just think that there's a lot of unknowns. And I think the points you're making are very valid, but they're said from the point of view of a positive fan, looking through a positive lens with almost everything going right. Now, what if things go wrong on the flip side and, he loses the first couple of games, he's under pressure, you have to keep playing through it. Obviously, like Dan saying the team's completely gone. I mean, wasn't Badiashile there when Potter was there?
I think he came in January, and like a few months later, Potter was sacked anyway. So
yeah, so Badiashile was there, Chilwell was there, Reece James was there.
But Gallagher, Sterling, and Chilwell.
Sure Reece James and Gallagher, Reece James and Chilwell were injured. I think even Chalobah got injured that season. Badiashile was good. Gallagher was playing as a winger. So
I think Noni come in that January. Mudryk came in that January. So like I'm saying, obviously it took time and stuff. And like, is Mudryk intelligent enough to play this kind of? It's interesting. I think you're not wrong, but I'm not sure whether or not you don't get better in a vacuum. The rest of the teams around you, for the same way that you get better, why can the rest of the teams around you not also get better simultaneously?
That is true. But in terms of like specifically going with hand in hand with Liverpool, I feel Liverpool are going to drop off more than people expect. I think I just think next season will be bad. I reckon the season after will be very good. I think just this period where the players are on the decline, and Slot's got to pick up from Klopp, man. Like, you can say the styles are similar. You've got picking up from Klopp is mad.
VD, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in favor of what you said. I'm in belief. Fuck Liverpool all day long. Sorry, Christian Hoover and the rest of the crew. They just don't want to accept reality.
That's fine, Cass. All I'm saying
That's a bunch of
any team who believes in their players' quality over what the manager's been doing would never let their team get 106 points or 104 points over 2 years. Wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but things can change.
And it's things can't change.
It's like
you're saying you can pick and choose.
If your team was that good on paper, 44 points and then 60 points or whatever it was, it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but one of them, there's like a 20-point gap difference in both seasons, so that's relative. So like you said, you can pick and choose to suit whatever you need, right? That's your words, roughly. So on that notice, they can improve from 60 points, and all of a sudden they can go get another 12 points, and before you know it, they're on 75 points, and then we're having a lot. And when you think about it, I don't personally, from my eyes, I don't see how Chelsea fall off from 63 points of last year to 55 or anything like around that. Can they gain another 9-10 points? I think absolutely. Like, when I look at some of the games they drew, like the Burnley one, the Sheffield one, and a couple of these mid ones at the start of the season, you think really and truly they should be beating them on a basis. Like, that's the way I view Chelsea personally. So it's just I don't know, man. Yeah, we need to start this season. But look,
I feel like with the lack of football have clouded our brains, and we can't tell the difference from shit and stone. Let's just
yeah, but I think I don't know. I subscribe that most teams don't stay the same. I don't think Chelsea are going to stay the same. I think they finally, they're not as reckless as we know them to be, and I think a lot of it is. I think but you got to see what they had out for most of the season.
Bro, we all had injuries, man.
Stop, yeah, but that type of injuries were worse than most man's, like Man United's, like Newcastle's.
Fuck me, man.
We had 3 key players out the whole season.
Was out all season. I just don't complain about it because my team's good enough to deal with it.
Yeah, but your
manager was good enough to deal with it.
Yeah, maybe
your manager was good enough to deal with it. I guarantee you, I promise you, if roles were reversed, and we had Klopp, with that team, and you had Pochettino, roles would have been completely reversed. Klopp is such a superior manager, and it's like you're underplaying Klopp and his ability. It's genuinely like you're underplaying how good of a manager he is, especially compared to Pochettino, especially compared to him, where there's such a massive difference.
I just think the one thing that we all have to look at is in Chelsea's first 10 games next season, they have to go to Manchester United and Liverpool away, and play Man City at home, and play Wolves away, and play Bournemouth. Like, there, you have hard games in your first 10 fixtures. So I think
Man United.
Yeah, I think maybe have this conversation
when the team's gelling.
Yeah, but last time that happened, Arsenal, Liverpool, bro, they all got draws and shit. Like, they managed.
I'm just saying, it's a very hard first 10 games.
It's different rules. Chelsea get different rules where they don't get pulled up for shit that everyone else wouldn't get away with. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I hear that part. They've got away with murder, but it's just because in the first season we absolutely milked it that much. But I don't know, man. What were you saying about Chalobah? You were stressed on Twitter yesterday night.
Yeah,
Like
I don't get it.
you was
I
kicking
don't
your
get it.
feet up in the air last night. You was punching the
get it.
wall. I know, man. Yo, I know that Mike got a little dent in it. I can see. So what are you saying?
Listen,
It's your boy.
like there's two things. So one on like a more personal level, and one like as a player. I think he's so underrated. He's so good. He's so good. He's always there for Chelsea when we need him most. Whenever things are going to shit, he's there. I remember when at the start of the season when Tuchel was there, right? We never had Koundé, and I think Christensen was injured. He stepped up and performed to a mad degree. He went on to win a Club World Cup. He went on to win a Super Club. You know, he plays good. He plays so good. He's a utility player. He can play DM, centre back, right back if needed. And I don't know, like clearly they're taking a piss now. They're starting to take a piss. This whole pure profit thing off the books. We need to balance the books and stuff like that. And even on a more personal level, like this must have been. This was during the Potter season. I actually played laser tag with him. I played laser tag with him, signed my shirt, stuff like that. And it's like he was a nice guy. He was a proper nice guy. And even his debut game in the Premier League, I was there when he scored the rocket, and I went ballistic. Like that's the best moment I've ever had, like in a stadium full of people. Like that moment, you know, we're screaming, we're jumping out. There's this guy sat next to me. I don't even know who he was. Hugged him. We were both smiling, we were both cheering, and it's like I don't get it. I think it's stupid. We're keeping the Sassy at the club, but we're not keeping Chalobah. That's mental. To me, that is crazy. You can't just rip out. Like I know you lot were clowning it, right? You lot were saying the Chelsea DNA thing, but it does matter because people that come from the academy are always going to work harder for their team. They're always going to work harder because this is the club that they love. You don't go. You don't come out through the academy and not give it your all. This is your shot, and he does it every single time. I don't get it.
I think he's underrated. I think the Sassy should go before Chalobah.
Chalobah is so underrated, criminally
I
underrated.
like
I
Chalobah.
think he's a really good defender. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
I think he is as well. He's had his moments, but every defender has their moments.
People are gonna say Tottenham's better.
You know, when players have that time and when they're injured, yeah, I think people do. It's like, are they gonna return the same? Now, if I didn't see Chalobah return the way he did at the end of the season, maybe I would have been like, you know what, time to go. We don't know what he's going to be like when he comes back tear. But the fact that he did come back and he still looked pretty good, he still looked like one of Chelsea's
we
best
didn't end up
centre-backs.
losing.
I feel like that is one where I understand the tossing signing. Maybe you don't want two of the same, but I just, yeah, man, I do feel like he was one of your better defenders without having to really. He didn't have to warm up and get too many games in. Like he kind of just came in and didn't look out of place.
That's what
Even
I'm
if he was
saying. Whenever Chelsea are in the mud, he comes over and he saves us. Like I've actually got something. Like when Chalobah has started in all competitions, 61 games, 35 wins. Remember, this is during 2 very bad seasons, right? 35 wins, 14 draws, 12 losses. 12 losses in 61 games when he started. He's clearly making an impact, even during the times that we were absolutely dog water. So I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Well, I do, because they clearly want the pure profit. They want everything off the books. They want to get rid of this Donny and sign someone from Argentina. And whilst Anselmino does look good, come on, man. You did sell the Sassy then. Sell the Sassy. What has he done? What has he done in the Chelsea shirt? He had one good game against City, and the only reason that he had a good game is because we were playing a low block. Defenders always look good in a low block. What do you mean? I
don't know why you're so shocked. Like, wasn't the whole reason you signed Tosin on a free was so that you could sell Chalobah to balance out?
I assume it was because Thiago Silva was leaving, and we need some sort of experience and a leader, and he was for free.
No, Tosin is not a replacement for Thiago.
You cannot get a replacement for Thiago Silva. No matter how you try, there is no defender on this market yet, unless you're getting Virgil van Dijk, that will offer what Thiago Silva could. That guy is one of the best players I've ever watched play for my club. Unbelievable.
Very far away from it though.
I know, but it's
replacement.
free deal. Again, Joe Shields really liked him. He was the one advocating for him because he was playing for City when Joe Shields was there, and you know he was good for Fulham. So I don't know. It is a big.
Never
big
known a club
difference,
to have a
but-
mad rivalry and still take their players when never like in history. That's got to be like the worst derby rivalry ever.
What, Fulham and
ever.
Chelsea.
Oh, it's disgusting, man.
It's bad,
shit.
innit?
It's so shit.
It's so bad.
There's nothing for that. And
No,
obviously,
part of me genuinely wishes for a takeover just so it makes it a bit more spicy. Like, why Newcastle? Why can you give it to Fulham? Like, Tony Khan's got bread though, no? He runs AEW and everything, bro. What is going on?
I don't know, man. But you see, Atletico, they just signed Dovbyk, which kind of might free the door for someone like Omarodion. We spoke about him the other day as it goes, and that might be your striking guy. Why are you laughing, Mike's?
No, there's only so much Chelsea talk I can take without mentally checking out automatically. It just happens because the club's so unimportant to me, innit? But yeah, I think Dog, what would you say? Wait.
Mike.
No, it's naturally. That's why I wasn't saying too much, bro. I can't lie.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Nah, Dovbyk is a baller, bro. And
No,
what's his name? Yeah, he is. He's physical specimen, bro.
let's call him Omar, man.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
fucking
Omar.
one, man.
Omar's. I think he'll bring something to the Prem physically, but on the eyes, it's the same old stuff, bro. You've. I swear you've got Lukaku on your books right now as we're speaking. So why did they need another striker? I don't know.
Oh, he's going
on
to
with that
Napoli.
bro.
He's going to Napoli.
You might as well. I'm not gonna lie. If you get Omar, you might as well just use Lukaku. But what are you still linked with Osimhen as well?
No, God forbid. God forbid.
Wait, so would you take Omar? Wait, you would take Omar ahead of?
I don't
Osimhen?
want any of them. I don't want any of them. Don't give
you
me
know
a scenario.
the big black
I won't take
striker
any of
thing.
them.
The big black striker thing.
Nah,
is
don't
over,
because
so
I'm
I
going to
can't
be
lie.
labelled
For you
racist. Yeah,
guys.
because every single time
It's
I say
not
that I
racist,
don't
bro.
want thing. Every time I say I don't want
It's not
Osimhen, I
racist.
get called racist.
Be
How am I
honest.
racist?
No.
I would go
Be
into the
honest.
season with Nicholas Jackson, who's also black, bruv. What are you on about?
Yeah,
How,
this is what I'm
I
saying.
just don't rate them two as players.
It's not
man.
racist,
I don't.
bro. Speak.
Hey,
Listen,
don't
I'm
worry.
just saying it's true.
We'll be
Don't
checking.
worry,
man.
man.
Don't
You're
worry.
good, man. Don't worry.
You're right.
I don't want thing. I don't like either of them. I don't want either of them. I don't like Osimhen. I think he's rubbish. He's good in the air. He's an okay striker of the ball, but he's rubbish. He doesn't offer anything. He's overhyped. Allow that. And I don't even know the guy's Odeon, whatever his name was. Cinema saying.
Is it what the one that?
Yeah. Why, man? It's like when
No
we
one
were going
watches
with
the
Duran. Why, man? Why? We've got two people that can play the striker fine. Why are we going for these guys? Oh,
Yeah,
stop, man.
first and foremost, anyways, there's 617 people here. Please smash the like button. We're on some stinky likes. 174, not even half the mark. This should be at least minimum 300, 400 even. What's going on, man? Do people just not liking videos? And it takes that 2 seconds.
Too
Yeah,
much.
You
lazy,
should
man.
instantaneously. If you come into a live show, I personally do it. Whenever I go into someone's live show, I just instantly like straight away, innit? Like that's what I do, because it's just like, you know what, quick time, innit? And it just helps it out. It helps the video out. Does a wonder. So, and I know a lot of people don't have accounts that watch this as well, which is kind of interesting because how do you find this? Naturally come up on your feed if you don't have an account. But yeah, man, like the video if you haven't done so. Big up to everyone that has done so, man. But moving on from that, Arsenal, man, saw a report apparently rekindled some. I don't know how strong it is, but I'm seeing Gyokeres rekindled interest, man. Might be the way to go forward if you can't land your guy. Like I know you want Nico Williams or an Eze, but maybe Gyokeres might be the way forward. You might get your wish, Hooks, if that's the case.
Yeah,
but they want around 80 to 85 million still. So whoever said that the
That
fee's
is
been
so
lowered,
worth
it
it.
has not been lowered. It's not
worth
been
it.
lowered.
This guy's one of the best strikers on the planet.
It's
One
just
of
a
the best
link.
strikers
It's
on the
just a
planet,
link.
bro.
I don't know how strong it is, but we'll see in it.
Boy, you'll know me. Gyokeres has been my guy from the end of the season, man. He's the guy that I wanted the most. He's the guy I've been screaming about the most. I want to go and be able to do this at the Emirates, make that iconic history. You get me every time he scores. But yesterday we had Arsenal fans. We had a great, lovely piece of news. Eddie Nketiah is finally leaving. And maybe he's paving way for that number 14 that never should have been on his back to go to someone like Gyokeres. So yeah, man, I'm looking so forward to the possibility of Arsenal potentially signing Gyokeres.
You're not signing.
Huh? What? Come
Listen,
on.
Listen. Yeah.
What?
I'm a logical person, right? And I look at the information in front of me. I look at the information in front of me, and I have to say, the point that you're making is a lie. You are lying to the audience, yeah? The reason why I say you're lying to the audience is, when's the last time that Arteta bought a starting attacker? I don't mean an attacker that rotates with other forwards. I mean a player that goes directly into the starting front three positions. When's the last time he did that?
So because he's never done it, it means it can't happen.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that if we, I mean, I'm looking at, I'm not saying the absence of evidence.
No, but that's exactly what you're saying.
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Just because we don't have proof that he's done that, that's not proof he would not do that or he would do that. I'm merely saying that.
But this is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying.
Why are you backtracking, bro? Stay firm.
I'm saying Arteta. I'm saying Arteta doesn't buy 70, 80, 90 million pound attackers to go into his first team because he's shook. He's shook of alienating the forwards he's already got. Yeah, you telling me that he's going to dump Martinelli? He's going to dump Jesus? He's going to dump Havertz? He's going to dump Trossard? He ain't got the balls to do that.
I mean, Jesus is linked away to Saudi,
isn't it? That's why he's buying another defender. He'll throw a defender under the bus.
No, guys, they came out and said they consider Jesus
starting attacker. He's like, no, Homano. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. The Gyokeres links is interesting. I can't see it because I saw the whole. Apparently, Marino is going to be their next move. They're just looking at a fee. They're discussing a fee for Marino. So, if they're going to get an attacker, it's going to be late in the window. But if they do get rid of Nketiah, which they are looking likely to Marseille and get a nice fee for him. One sec. If they get rid of Nketiah and Jesus goes over to Saudi, which has been rumored as well, that leaves a big space for maybe one or two attackers in Arsenal's lineup, and they get a good fee, which could cover the whole Gyokeres fee, anyways, and more potentially.
See. Let's see, because the Arsenal fans in the comments seem a little bit annoyed at what I just said. Let me just reiterate it for the slow amongst us. I personally do not see Arteta as somebody who buys 60 to 80 million pound forwards to bench other forwards. I see him as buying forwards who are on similar levels to what he's got, and then he basically rotates them at a push. So these Osimhen's, these Nico Williams, I don't see it. I'm not sure he's got the balls to bench what he's currently got and bring in a starter. And I will be the first to hold my hands up and say I was wrong if he actually does that.
I think he does. I mean, he got rid of Ramsdale as quick as possible, and you know, he had a decent season. Said, "No, I want better." Left back Zinchenko. That's not. But that it applies for it. Doesn't matter. It applies for anyone on the pitch. To say that my man doesn't. To say that Arteta don't have balls, I think that's a massive statement. He's got balls.
Listen,
I mean, $100 million on Rice as well.
Nah. Listen,
I know it's not.
He's got balls, bro.
Still.
Do you know who you're talking about? You're talking about one of the most sensitive managers in the Prem who can't deal with big personalities, bro. I think he'll deal with anyone that comes in. Still, he'll pattern them. I think, in my opinion,
you need to, like, Arteta knows he's so close to winning a title. He's so close. You know, they bring in Calafiori. You got that striker, Gyokeres. He's so close. Imagine. If I'm Arteta, and I think, bro, I'm one world-class striker away from winning the league. I'm splashing. I'm splashing every single day of the week.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Is like, don't you agree with that one, Hooks? Though, like, or anyone even on the panel? Like, I know Marino, but the thing is, there's still the window to go. At this moment in time, Marino might be actually a good profile. You know, they could be splashing still, but. You know, I would have got a lot of stuff done early personally if it was up to me. I don't know what the situation is around Arsenal, but I know they got finances. I looked at the new sponsorship and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, bro, and they're well within PSR. That's the whole point of not going in January, going hard in January. I don't understand. Like for me, I think if you're so close to winning a league, for me, I would have got Gyokeres a mile ago. Time ago, even personally. Obviously, I'm not in the world of football and business, so they know how to run things better than me in it. That part.
Of course, mate. Listen, I'm looking at this. Listen, let's put a fork in this, guys. Yeah, comments, everything. So what's the over under on being right here? So if come the end of the transfer window, Arsenal haven't signed an attacker, or a starting attacker to go into the first team, will people contend that I potentially was correct? Or will people move the goalposts and say, well, I don't think there was any attackers that he could have bought that could have improved the first team.
There's only one position right now because they got a lot of goals, and no, you're probably right at this part. At this moment in time, you're definitely right. There's no denying it, but I'll do it for argument's sake.
So what we so comments section. Just to be clear on this, are you saying comment section that Arsenal are signing a starting attacker in this window? Just so I can be clear.
Well, let's say one thing. They need a backup or someone that can play on the right that can cover Saka and maybe go cover the left if need be. There's only one name for that right now, which is Neto. But they do need. They got goals in their starting lineup already. But if you need someone else. They do need someone else in that attacking lineup.
All right,
I want to be clear because now people will say we don't need an attacker. Okay, so if you don't need an attacker, how will we ever know whether or not what I'm saying is correct or incorrect? Because you can always move the goalposts and say, well, we didn't need this and we didn't need that and we didn't need this to justify why you're not buying a starting attacker. No.
Wait,
so
I'm just scared what would happen if they were to get someone like Gyokeres.
I mean, if they got a Nico Williams, the Premier, if they got a Nico Williams,
I think it'll be more impactful. It'll be more impactful if they get a straight out number 9 because I don't know if they've got anyone that's finisher first. They've got creator first, but if they've got someone like him, with the chances that they already create, and his intensity, it will be a problem.
Yeah,
and I pray to God that they don't do it in it. So
it's a
keep
perfect
on
fit
stalling,
for
bro.
Arsenal. Presses,
right, cool.
works hard, has the link-up play. It's a cold finisher. He can head the ball in. He's got everything.
He looks
left
like
foot, right foot as
a
well.
bit of a bastard as well. And I know they've got a lot of Simpsons soft men out there. You get what I'm saying?
Lorcan says Gyokeres ain't it?
He's probably seen him. He's probably watched him still. That's what's funny. A lot of us that rate him probably ain't seen him.
I didn't listen, Trevelli. I didn't say Arteta did. I've known, but I said he doesn't have the balls to sign a starter and drop one of his favorite boys from the attack. That's a different kind of ball. I'm not saying he wouldn't drop Aubameyang because he's stinking up the gaff with his attitude. I'm saying when you've got a good boy that you've grown up with for 2 or 3 years and you like the player and you respect him and you want to see him flourish, can you bench that boy, buy someone better and go on to win? That's different question.
He actually did. Remember, look at our Paul Smith Rowe, you get what I'm saying? Look at what he done. He brought Havertz, who everyone thought, hey, this guy's trash. Everyone knew he's trash.
Smith Rowe's been injured, bro.
I don't think he's injured. I don't think he's been injured still. I don't think he's been injured. He was injured, but not.
Hey, listen. The thing is like people think my point doesn't make sense. That's fine. Come the end of the season, if they don't buy an attacker, then let's revisit it. Other than that, because I mean, if you don't buy an attacker, you'll say, well, there was no one out there that could improve us. And I'll say he didn't want to bench one of the boys.
It's already been reported. It's already been reported that we're gonna go out and sign an attacker. Like it's already been reported that.
So, okay, that's cool. That's fine. No problem.
The thing is, for me, like, so a few weeks ago, I read an article about how the Kroenkes don't want to invest more money. Not saying that they won't, but they don't want to invest more money until they start seeing Arsenal actually generate money from selling assets that they already have. Yeah. And I've been saying for the longest while in this transfer window, I think Arsenal are more concerned in the immediate with getting players out of the door before signing players because they don't want to run into a scenario where their squad is now bloated and we're getting to the last, 2 to 3 weeks of the window and they have to take kind of lower deals for the players that they're trying to get out because they're forced into a really bad position. So the fact that you're seeing players leave Arsenal, it's just opening the doors for then Arsenal to go out and slap money on whoever. Now, do I think that Arsenal can go out and spend big money on Gyokeres? Of course. Why can't they? Whether they will or not is a completely different thing because I couldn't say with confidence in my heart that Arsenal want Gyokeres over Nico Williams. I personally think Arteta would prefer to sign Nico Williams over Gyokeres. But if he can get a good deal, if Arsenal can get a good deal on Gyokeres, why wouldn't we sign him? Why wouldn't we throw our hat into the dance? Do you know what I mean? So look, there's still time left. And I guess to your point about maybe we'll come to the end of the transfer window and Arsenal fans will be saying, oh, they're just well, the players wasn't out there, or the Arsenal come out and say the players wasn't out there. But we know that can also be the case as well. Like because we know that Arsenal's not gonna go and pay like 120 million on someone like Osimhen. So he's already ruled out. If Sporting say, you can only have Gyokeres for 100 million, Arsenal are not going to pay that. If Barcelona can somehow sort out the financial situation that they currently have and are able to finance a deal for Nico Williams, he'll go there. Then that's another big name that Arsenal cannot get. So these are options Arsenal want that are falling away from them. So the two things can be true. So I don't quite understand.
And that's absolutely fine. And like, listen, we can move on. I'm sure we've been on this topic for too long. People saying that I'm a Spurs fan. It doesn't really affect me. Like, I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, you wanted Sesko.
Bro.
No, I'm saying, listen, well, I support them, but you wanted Sesko, yeah?
Unlucky.
That fits into the profile of four. I'm gonna ignore that. That fits into the profile of forwards where you're like promising forward, rotational option, not gonna take the starting person. And I'm not saying that Sesko doesn't have huge merits. I'm like, you're this close to the Premier League title, and people will be like, oh, you talk harsher on Arsenal than you do on your own team. Listen, everyone's got a softer tone for their own team. So I'm a fan of Tottenham. I'm a critic of Arsenal. Let's be very clear about this, right? So if I'm looking at that now, if you don't buy Sesko, which you're not going to do, is it Sesko or nothing? Because now if you don't buy Sesko, are you guys going to say there's no other value in the market? And consequently, if you don't win the league or win a major trophy this season, are we going to go back and look at the fact, well, there was no value in the market?
Sesko was more of, they already said before, I think someone said in the comments as well, about he was going to be a rotational piece. That was the difference, not a starting piece, which kind of alludes to back your point. So you're just trying to catch fish there. I see what you did.
No, that's my point. I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, okay, like, let's not, if you go into this season, Arsenal, and I'm not trying to be like rude or anything, but you're very close to being able to win the league title. Like, if Sesko's not the option, if you go into the season and you don't buy somebody else because the opportunity is not there, are we at the point now where it's just like you should buy to complete the squad, or do you just buy something that's, the right person at the right time? I'm not sure where Arsenal are in relation to that. Maybe they just need to buy somebody.
Yeah, but who we think is value as fans and who we would like to see come into the club, that it may not be the same as what Arteta and Edu think. Like, as much as I want X and Y player to come in from all over the world, I can't actually control as a fan who they sign. So all we can do, I guess, to your point, is, okay, if Arteta and Edu and whoever else is involved in transfers thinks X, Y, Z, and we don't bring in people of the caliber that actually take us that next step, then that's on them. And then at the end of the season, they have to hold an L, and then we have to have discussions, right? But as you can't troll me. And I'm not a troll. What I mean? So that's what I'm saying, innit? I'm making it very clear from the jump. Man can't troll me, because if I was involved in transfers, Arsenal would have signed Bearman by now. So,
by the way, there's we're 30 likes off of 300. So if you ain't done so, make sure you go and smash that like button. And we're not even that far off of 24,000 subscribers. Also, there's an update to the membership. So if you ain't, just have a little read of it. So yeah, going forward, there's a little bit different, and we're going to add on to it as well. If anyone's got any other suggestions. Emmanuel says he dropped Nelly for Trossard. He did. But yeah, man, moving on. I had some positive news coming Liverpool's way. Trent's contract, apparently some positive talks. For Monts, he can stop stressing now.
There was never any stress to begin with, to be fair. Like,
check the 1:30 a.m. stream last night.
Listen, there was never any. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. There was never any stress. I think at worst, one of them probably would have left on a free. I still think one of them do leave on a free. There was also positive Van Dijk contract talks. If we keep Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, then I feel like the pillars of our squad again. We go again next season. And again, I still believe stylistically there's going to be a drop off. It is what it is. Some of all these guys know is clock ball. But let's be honest, Van Dijk, Salah, Trent, these guys are pretty much world-class players. So, when you take them out of the team, there's an obvious drop off just from personnel alone. I think one important thing is X factor, and those players that's the X factor in our team. You take X factor out of a team, and it's very hard to get over the line in certain situations. You look at how good Arsenal are, how balanced they are. You know what I'm saying? How well drilled they are, but I still think a team that good right now still lacks a little bit of X factor, and I thought Hooks probably might even agree with me on that one. That there's just a little something that's lacking just to get them over the line. I think if we can gain some more stability, we already have that X factor, but we've got to make the use of it before it goes, because again, Salah, Van Dijk pushing 33, Alisson's not getting any younger, and Trent obviously does have that flirtation with Real Madrid, so we've got to do what we can while they're still here. I think it's as simple as that.
I hear you on the X factor point, but do you think that potentially, like, some of these Liverpool players are losing their, minus Trent, because Trent is still young in it, but even Salah, he's getting on. Van Dijk, he's getting on. Alisson, I won't count because he's a goalkeeper, and I don't think age affects.
I think Salah and Van Dijk are two of the best players, two of the best players in their position on the planet.
Just with a goalie, do we see a gradual decline, or is it just like one day they wake up and they're shit? Do you know what I mean?
Salah isn't obviously Salah from 2019.
Yeah,
but for me, that's still that doesn't mean he's just shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? No. It's like players aren't allowed to regress slightly. No, and they're just shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like with the season that Salah had, it's near impossible to replicate it again from Salah. Like, it's same as, I don't want to include Chelsea, but Cole Palmer's not going to hit those heights again. It doesn't mean that he's regressing. So,
also, the thing is, for me, Salah didn't even have a bad season last year. For me, but before he went to AFCON, he was the best player in the league. And when he came back, he had a reoccurring hamstring injury. And those last 7 to 8 games, Salah was not good. So he had a bad patch when he came back from the reoccurring injury. Obviously, he missed a part of the season because of AFCON and the first hamstring injury. And before that, he was excellent. You know what I'm saying? I think people seem to forget how well Van Dijk's had a very good season for Liverpool. He had a brilliant season. Van Dijk was excellent.
I never said shit. I never said shit. Like, I said, do you think they've lost their X factor? Because I think
not at all.
Completely.
I don't think they have. I think for me, players like, again, because Liverpool dealt with it so well, people just forget it happened. Van Dijk also had to deal with loads of different combination of backline. Do you know what I'm saying? Salah also Salah had the injury, the double hamstring. He's never had a hamstring injury before. He had 2 hamstring injuries off the bounce. Trent was out for how long? People forget Trent was out for like 4 months, bro.
But the evolution of Salah has been big as well. Because if you think back to when who he was at Basel, and I guess Roma, and Chelsea for a cup of coffee, to who he is now. Like, we're seeing evolution. It's like literally frappuccino. So we're seeing the kind of player that he is now in terms of, and he's a thinking man's footballer. He's evolved in his skill set to suit the player he can't be doing bleak test runs down the wing anymore. Like, that's done. That's not him anymore. He's a shift the ball.
No, he can, but for me, game in, game out, it will have its toll.
Of course.
And when he gets injuries, he's not just going to recover and be the same player. It's now going to take a little bit longer for his body to, you know what I'm saying? Because
he's now he's in his playmaking bag. I think that now then, I look at Liverpool now and I say, if Salah's going to score a few less goals, I'm going to need the guys to be more clinical. And I guess that's where you really miss Jota at times last season, because he's probably the best finisher.
No, we didn't get any injuries. We didn't get any injuries. Jay, we didn't get any injuries. So, you know.
But my thing,
you're not allowed to mention him.
My question to you, Monts, I guess overall, when I look at this and I evolve and I understand, you rate your squad. I guess you rate Slot.
No, haven't.
You don't rate.
I don't not rate him, but I can't rate him until I see. You know what I'm saying? I have to see something. I'm not gonna.
Well, what about based off final?
I'm not just gonna assume because his football is probably more sustainable than Klopp's that it's gonna have a direct impact or positive impact for Liverpool. I can't. I'm not doing the 1 + 1 = 2 thing.
Okay, so let me ask you straight from the top, because obviously I'm just trying to gauge other teams' expectations. I'm sure Emrix, I see you in the comments section. I know you want to hear what my expectations are for Tottenham next season, maybe next show. But you, Monts, in terms of Liverpool, if you let's say you finish 6th but won the FA Cup, would you take that right now?
Failure, no.
You know, you're like,
Said
you know, in your
failure.
camera. By the way, in your camera, it's like you just got half a head right now. It's the same, isn't it? Yeah.
Got too cozy. Always too cozy. Man was lounging, lounging doing therapy sessions.
So you wouldn't, so right now you wouldn't take top 6 and a FA Cup.
No.
Okay. So
that's a good season, bro, for you. Definitely.
Nah, that's a horrible season
for a transition season.
For a first season. Yeah, for a first season. You man are getting it confused, bro.
As I said, he's not inherent, bro. He's not lost all his players though, Max. If he lose,
but it's a different manager.
We lost Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, and then we come 6th, and then we win a trophy. Then I'll be like, you know what, man's lost his spine.
But he's not inherited like the best versions of them.
Man.
Do you know the thing with Liverpool? Yeah, I feel like they've not so Van Dijk, Salah, them two, and I guess in particular, not Alisson, because I think goalkeepers go longer, and I think he's still the best keeper in the league by a country mile. They haven't lost their X factor, but they've lost their invincibility bubble. Like that's the thing that I feel like they've lost. Like you lot did so well because Van Dijk was so invincible at the back. Nothing could get past this guy. Nothing can move him. He was a brick wall, and that bubble's been burst because as time goes on, you slowly get past him more. He slowly makes mistakes. You get these screenshots of him sitting on his ass, and it's like,
what you realize
now
he's human,
going into another season where he's got even older.
Thank you, Max.
No, I can't lie. That statement don't make no sense.
I know he's human, but still, in terms of football, he's lost his little invincibility bubble, and that's gonna come into play on the pitch. Like he's not the Van Dijk that we had 2 years ago. Like it's slowly going down. And remember, Slot hasn't inherited the
like Thiago Silva, yeah.
Well, we all know. We never said he was invincible. We never had a bubble of invincibility.
I think Van Dijk's got that longevity, like what thingy Thiago Silva brang personally. Contract update. Virgil van Dijk. I saw this yesterday. Van Dijk's converted Liverpool that he wants to sign a new contract with a club. We got honesty, and he says Johan Bakayoko is still on Liverpool's list as well. Someone else from the Dutch league, someone else that I got cussed for, last year, the year before that. So it's mad how many man are linked with people from the Dutch league these days that isn't Man United.
Guys, am I not allowed to have opinions because I support Tottenham? I feel like
obviously you can, but
the chat's being very negative on me because I support Tottenham. It's like you can't have an opinion on this. You don't. Okay, that's fine.
Jay, when I said you guys are better than Chelsea, manager and players combined, I got attacked, bro. They attacked me. I said something crazy. Like I said something crazy, bro.
It's not that you can't have an opinion, bro. Do you know what it is with Tottenham fans? Yeah, they lack this thing, called self-awareness.
Okay. Trophies.
Trophies is the obvious one, isn't it? But self-awareness, isn't it? Yeah. And they like to do this thing where they demand, that Arsenal must win trophies.
Have I said you must win trophies?
No. Because all I hear from Tottenham fans is, Arsenal have to win something this season.
Okay, no, hold on. You said okay. So
but is he wrong? Is he wrong though?
I never hear that about their own club. I never hear.
We always hear that about Tottenham, though, bro. Come on, everyone. Like when something.
What is this?
No, Hooks. If Hooks, come on, Hooks. You don't live under a rock. Everyone in their right mind knows that Tottenham, bro. Gally that don't even watch football know that Tottenham need to win a trophy, bro.
Exactly.
Everyone knows Tottenham need to win a trophy. It just gets to the point where if you are a Tottenham fan, yes, it is cheeky when if a Tottenham fan gives you a reality check, yes, it's cheeky. But at the same time, the basis of the argument can still be correct.
It's fundamentally sound, yeah.
It's just again, right message, wrong messenger. It just goes down to that.
Exactly. But wrong message. Certain man shouldn't be spreading a message when their club cannot achieve it, bro.
Okay. Okay. So
If Monts told you that, why do you guys
then
talk
what is
about
it?
the Champions League?
Okay.
Why do you guys talk about the Champions League?
What have I said about other clubs needing to win Champions League?
Okay.
No. But throughout the season, that's a consensus. Should I? When you talk about the Champions League, should I just switch off?
No. Again, let's listen to what I said. I said they demand Arsenal must win trophies.
Yeah.
I've never demanded that in any season must win Champions League.
Okay, so just to quickly touch on this, because obviously you make him. First of all, I think I praised Arsenal a lot. The only thing I said was I'm not sure Arteta wants to replace his starting forwards. I don't think I've ever said that you have to win. But now I think about it, when Spurs were finishing second, and everyone said Spurs have to win, they said we have to win. So I guess I'm actually in a position where I can actually say to you, you have to win. Because
Jay, you don't have to explain. So, bro, you can have an opinion. You can have an opinion, bro. The thing is, people that have no comebacks, typically it comes from myself sometimes just to get the ball rolling. We'll say, who you talk, you're a Spurs fan. I'll always say that. But but if you reality check me, I'm more inclined to reality check who you support as well at the same time. That's it. It's the way it goes, isn't it? Like I say, I've got more prems than all of you, man.
Yeah, and my thing is like I want to see Spurs. I want to see Spurs in the Europa League final next season. I expect Spurs to win a trophy or have.
Yeah, we got a receipt. That's on. That's.
I think you will. You're gonna win. I think you. No, honestly, I respect a lot, bro. I think
time.
Real talk. I think Tottenham have a great chance to win something, bro. Like honestly,
listen.
I'm a fan still.
And my thing to Arsenal fans is, listen. You want to get at Tottenham for living without expectations. I hear it. A lot of Spurs are probably the team that has the most amount of praise for achieving the smallest amount. You're not wrong. However, on the flip side, as a team watching Arsenal finish back-to-back seconds, the reticence for your fan base to say, I expect to win the league this season, to me speaks volumes. Because you should be, after back-to-back seconds, after building year on year, it doesn't matter if a Tottenham fan says, are you going to win the league? You should win the league. You personally should expect to win. I don't know what more you need.
I expect to win it.
There we go.
I expect to win it.
So what's the issue if I say it versus you saying it?
Because you've never won it. So don't tell me about winning.
What difference does that make based on the facts of the matter?
But you lot speak about the Champions League and qualifying and that. You ain't never won it. So why can't you tell anyone about that?
Them man do. But I don't chat to man about winning Champions League, innit? Maybe them man do. You got to have qualms with them man, innit? But I'm just saying, I expect my team
to win in the quads.
Yeah. I said we're going to win it.
That includes the Champions League.
Can I not expect my team to win trophies? This is what we're saying.
Yeah, but do it realistically, and then we might be able to believe what you're saying. Because right now it's coming straight out of
man said
straight
quad,
ass, bro.
Actually,
straight
then
ass.
again, you said quad.
I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
what God's green earth? Have you never even done more than a double? But anyways, look, sorting that Trent contract is a priority for new sporting director Richard Hughes. Trent is looking forward to working with Arne Slot. We'll see what happens there. Can't work on one deal at a time for Liverpool. Can't say the same for my club. Anyways, but moving on to my club, Man United. Allegedly, Man United are preparing up this Xavi Simons bid. It's just not going away. I think we spoke about this 2 weeks ago as well, maybe even 3 potentially. While the Euros are still going on, but Xavi Simons, personally, I'm not gonna lie. Unless you're looking to move Bruno on or Mason Mount, this transfer makes 0 sense at this moment of time. Considering it's from Build as well, which they're like the Daily Mail, let's be real. But I don't know who actually wrote it. That's what I can't find. Who actually wrote the damn article? Because then you can actually pinpoint the journalist a bit better, whether it's a dodgy Christian folk or not. But Xavi Simons, I'm in firm belief Man United really want Xavi Simons. It's just that I don't get the whole finances behind it, especially when they're going to cost an arm and a leg. Does this transfer make any sense to anyone here?
Hell yeah, I hope you do it.
Yeah,
he can play out wide, but it's not his best position.
Maybe to replace Sancho, and you want to play him off the wing, maybe?
Oh shit. Fuck that.
Simmons as a winger.
I don't listen, but the thing is, I know he's not better than Bruno in the 10. Yeah, no chance whatsoever. Yeah, So to me, it's like if I'm United, I'd be careful about giving the keys to so many young players. Like to basically say the construction of your attack is that young. I think you need some experience in there too. So I'm personally, like you said, you've got Mount, you've got Bruno. The logic of signing Simmons, I don't know. Maybe he wants to play him. Maybe you want to, because if you play him as another 8 and you've got like Bruno, then you can ask Bruno to play make rather than attack. And then I'm not sure where he fits.
Has he not been linked? Has he not been linked away from a United Bruno though? Because the only way I see
but he got rubbish. He got rubbish quick. The only way I can think of it that makes sense to me is even if you've done it alone, they want an obligation. The thing is, the obligation is like, imagine you don't work out and you still have to pay 70, 80 million. It's like you're stuck. If it works, I think it's too much of a big risk.
Do people actually think Xavi Simmons is better than Bruno?
I think contribution to an overall team gameplay.
No,
probably yeah.
I think you'll be more threatening.
Come on, guys.
100%. If you take Bruno out of the team, bro, and
Bruno ain't got many years
Simmons
left at Man United.
People need to. Bruno plays like he's on trial, bro. Like
I think he's like
he does too many things.
He plays like he's trying to prove a point. Like how about this? Bruno still plays like it's Ollie ball.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in the football opinions here that people think Xavi Simmons is better. Not saying that he.
That's not what I said. I just said
that's not what anyone said.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I'm looking at some of the comments. I'm saying Simmons is still developing. He's not his final form. If you want to say he's gonna be better than Bruno, or he's a higher ceiling, I'd probably still disagree with that. But I'd let it run. Right now, today, to say Xavi Simmons is better than Bruno, I think is sacrilegious. I think that's an outrageous thing to say. But
no one's saying that. We're saying he would impact the team way better. His team, the way the team will impact. If Bruno is on the ball, it's like a flip of a coin. You don't know what you're gonna get, if he's gonna give it away, or if it's gonna land. Xavi Simmons might be a bit more logical with the ball. He might have better decision making.
What do you think Xavi Simmons is giving you?
He might not be that same lose the ball first kind of guy, bro. He might not be. He might be give and go.
Bruno he forces it way too much.
That's the one thing. Yeah, the thing I'd say is but Xavi Simmons can't dictate a game like Bruno. Surely, I mean
Bruno and dictate a game. Fuck me, man.
No, you're getting it confused. You're getting dictate confused with freedom given, bro.
Yeah,
you might have a lot more freedom.
I'm not sure. Listen, I'd like to. Nah, I'm not. Am I tripping here? Like Bruno's better than Xavi Simmons.
No, it is. I don't think Man United.
Of course, he's better than Xavi Simmons, but Bruno and dictate is like me and Chelsea, blood. Come on, fam.
See, this is the issue. Yeah, I don't think Bruno is going to get the contract that he wants. By the way, and I think that's kind of obvious at this moment of time when Ahmad is getting priority of contract talks and Mainu as well over the likes of Bruno Fernandes. I think that kind of shows you where you are in a pecking order. Personally, but for me, I just feel like it's time. Bruno's got 2 years left on his deal. He's trying to ease him out before he asks for a 4-5 year deal, and then before you know it, he's got a contract till he's like 35, 36. Nah, that's not how it should be. Omar Barada, look how he uses Man City. When they get to a certain age, he's happy to just let their contract run. Even though he was the chief of operation, I don't know who dealt with all the contracts, but I'm pretty sure he would have been in talks with all of that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, I don't really see it in it. Bruno gives you GA. A new way of playing might suit this way of playing might suit Bruno this year. But the thing is, people need to look. I feel like I'm in belief that Bruno is in decline, and people don't see that. His shot is not as consistent as it has been. I feel like the only thing he's got going for him, like the miles in his legs, are crazy. They're going to catch up sooner rather than later, in my opinion. I just feel like he's more on the decline compared to the one that I saw about 3 years ago. Bop him with Martial and whatnot. That's the way I'm viewing him. I think he's become a little bit less hectic, being a little bit old. I think you could see that with Man United a little bit last year. But overall, I think Man United need to start looking at what the future is. What's next? Is it a 10 or is it an 8? And I don't really want a 10. I'd rather go play with an 8, 2 8s than 2 10s. I mean 1 10, sorry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In 2 years, I mean, Cole Palmer, just saying, you want to come back to Manchester? We'll give you 100 million. But
100 million and minor. and then
You can-
then we can start talking.
And then we can put you back to school to start learning some real vocabulary. How about that? That's a deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone said Simmons reminds
Miney.
me of João Felix.
Talk about the best player in the world. What are you doing, DD?
I hear the resemblance.
After Cole Palmer.
But yeah, anyway, look, we're gonna wrap it up there. Big up to everyone. Make sure you smash the likes on the way out. This is going straight to Monts' channel, Big Six Bants, who's over 10K at this moment in time. You can smile, Monts. I'm gonna be there with him as well. So I'm gonna talk about some other stuff more in depth. Yeah. So make sure you go over there, smash the like, say hashtag Dead Food Liverpool or something like that, and we keep it stepping. And talk about how much Monts has got a bias agenda against Chelsea in a bit.